Hi, my name is Jade, and I hope you're all doing okay. Because I know a friend of mine and yours who actually isn't doing okay at the moment. And he's a very proud person, and he's probably going to kill me for doing this. But it is what it is. That friend is Russ8889. I want to give you some backstory on why and how. Many of you will know Russ8889 through his music, through his band, The Delicate Giants, or through him being on channels, interacting and listening to our music, or leaving comments on your music, or even from the Music for Life charity album he produced last year by getting us all together and bringing us all together to create a bunch of songs to raise money for kids with cancer. Also, the money that he has earned from the Delicate Giants' last album has gone to charities as well. The guy's got a super big heart, and for all the jokes we say calling him the C word and stuff, that's just Russ. He's got a really big heart. And to give you a little bit of backstory on how I met him, he makes music on iOS, and he joined my channel because I show how to make music on iOS. And over time I've got to befriend him and get to know him personally and interview him as well, where he told us about him having a stroke in 2019. And you may not be aware of this, but Russ makes all of his music with one arm. In 2019 he had a stroke, didn't know what was going on, and just went back to bed and then woke up paralyzed. Was put in hospital and didn't want to listen to doctors and believed that he could overcome it. Got the hell out of there as fast as he could, being pig-headed as he is, it's Russ, and refused to stop making music. Now, before all of this, Russ was a successful musician and owned a record label. You can see all of this in the video that's linked down below in this, what you're seeing here on GoFundMe. So he didn't take it laying down, even though he was kind of forced to lay down and not be mobile. And it took a while for him to regain strength to even now be able to walk only short distances and not even be able to do the things that most of us take for granted, like put a pillowcase on a pillow or make his own bed, or that we can do with two hands. But amazingly enough, Russ makes some of the most incredible music using an iPad. And he has a routine to do this. And that routine is he has a waterproof satchel, and he lives in a double-story apartment, right? And he normally will put his iPad in the satchel and put his drink or food and stuff in there and things he needs to take upstairs, and then very slowly has to navigate his way upstairs. It's a big thing just for him to get upstairs. Trust me, I chat with him every day and hear the struggle. Anyway, unfortunately this week, doing that normal routine of putting his iPad and everything in the bag, took it upstairs and got upstairs and put the bag down and then did other things and then got back to the bag, and unfortunately his water bottle wasn't put on properly and it leaked into the bag entirely, filling the bag, being waterproof, full of water, with his iPad soaking in water for a large number of time. And it's kaput. Russ doesn't have a lot of money, right? Let's just be honest. He's on a disability. And him and his mother live together, and he needs to live with his mum because he needs somebody to help him do things with one arm, right? But at the same time, his mum, Dot, who you may know as well, I've interviewed her, she's been on the roasts and stuff, she's not doing well with health as well. So they're both battling some pretty full-on stuff at the moment. Not that you'll hear this from Russ, because he's a tough son of a gun. Plus, his partner Liz has been dealing with cancer for as long as I can remember, and he continues to send money to her in the US to cover her as well on what little he has. So, his iPad's ruined, and it currently has all the Delicate Giant stuff on it. It has a whole bunch of projects he's been working on with Vero and some collaborations and stuff that he is really excited to get out. Well, that stuff is still there. We think he can retrieve most of it because it's been backed up to the iCloud, but he doesn't have an iPad to get it. So I'm reaching out to you guys. As I said, kind of behind his back, and he's going to be pissy about it, but it is what it is. I know times are tough for everybody, yeah? And I'm not expecting the world. I never do. I never expect anything. But if you can help, it would be awesome. If you can't, you can't. If we can raise as much as we can, then that's awesome too, to help get to the place. The iPad that he was an iPad Pro. That's a 2020 version. To get something like that's going to cost £1,000. Remember, he's in the UK. I'm here in Australia. So let me explain about the GoFundMe. Setting up a GoFundMe from Australia for somebody in England's hard because you can set a beneficiary for them to receive the money once it's all been collected. But because I'm setting it up here, it has to be in Australian dollars, and he has to have an Australian bank account. And because of the exchange rate, our dollar is worth it's seemingly a lot more than what it is there. So, for example, I'm trying to raise 2,000 Australian dollars, which would equate to about 1,000 Great British pounds or 1,000 US dollars. So you're probably seeing $2,000 here and going, that's a lot, but it's a lot less if you're from overseas, right? But that's the only way I can do it. Yeah. So the way it's going to work is, whatever money comes through, once it's finished, whatever we raise, I'll transfer it to my bank and then send it to Russ via PayPal. So obviously we're going to lose fees and all that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. There is an alternative, because down in the description of this GoFundMe, there's a direct link to Russ's PayPal if you want to send money directly to him as well. I know you're probably going, that's a bit rich asking for this, but man, this is all Russ has. He lives and breathes music every day. He's at everybody's channel. He's constantly interested in what everybody's doing. And he's constantly making music and just cares. He's got a bigger heart than what you think. His heart is massive, but not that he'll let you know. So if you can help, that would be awesome, because he's a really awesome musician and a really caring person who does put others ahead of himself way more than you think, right? He will always go without for somebody else. So thank you for your time. And if you can help, it'd be fantastic. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Much love to Russ, and to you if you help out. And if you don't, much love to you also. All right. I'll see you later.